1992, but is more inward to our downtown core. And then that discussion then led to a further discussion of, well, why don't we look at the entire downtown core? So we didn't just end up looking at the 2 blocks, we ended up looking at the 4 blocks, and lo and behold, what happened was, this is our cultural corridor, which follows along with the parks system downtown, so the discussions on a half a block ended up becoming discussions in terms of a master plan for entire downtown. And this is indicative of the cultural corridor, which encompasses the historical society, it encompasses the library and art center, our other cultural partners, the performing arts of Maitland. So all of these entities, to some degree, are located in downtown Maitland. And then you combine our downtown parks and so on associated. So we go from a very global look at the planning of our downtown to very specific, and this is the site plan for the 2 blocks that we've been referring to. Okay, and we're right here, sitting in this project. As we look out the window and across the street, this is what we will be looking at, with the centerpiece being the new City Hall for the City of Maitland. Thank you.
One of the most important aspects of this project is the green roof technology. A lot of people don't know this, but University of Central Florida leads the nation in green roof technology and have been studying it for years, and we're working with them very closely. The mayor said something very significant. We're landlocked here. We can only go up if we're going to do something, but to go up means we need to go green too. Passive and active green roofs. We're the largest green roof project in the entire state of Florida. We have roughly about 4 acres of urban parks on the top of the parking garages. So the benefits are far-reaching, not just in savings in energy, which are significant, building an infill site which curtails urban sprawl, which protects our Florida's natural resources, and we do it one person and really one city at a time. Governor, we're like your boots on the ground or your wingtips on the ground, trying to initiate your initiatives, which are very similar to what Floridians, longtime Floridians, which there's a lot of folks here in the room are, and we need the help of the governor's office to get the word out. And thank you very much for being here, because this takes a huge step. And if we can show in a public-private partnership other municipalities how to do it right, I think we have a real good fighting chance over the next 50 years to reverse the last 50 years of sprawl. These are some of the initiatives that a downtown, properly planned town center have. Energy efficiency, smart growth, climate protection. Just the heat loss you have from having green roofs versus just regular, asphalt or roofs. Yes.
Let me just point out one other thing regarding sustainability of what you've got.
Right.
When you go out and look at the City Hall, that was dedicated 30 years ago, and so now within the next couple of years it won't be there anymore. So there's a lot of things regarding the environment that are impacted. And what we're talking about and have been talking about is really the creation and development and design of 100-year buildings, such that many generations from now, our kids' and everybody in the community will be able to come downtown and visit the same buildings that we're in the process of developing today.
Good. Rooftop gardens. If anybody has any questions, we've been working with Scott Martin and Tim Baker, we're already out there somewhere, for a couple of years. So we've been actually working on this for about 2 years, with leads and green roof technology. This is what we're talking about urban parks on the roofs. You can see this is about a 4-story garage, and that's beautiful. So you can actually charge more rent for the views, which also helps from the revenue side.
For those in the back, this is actually the top of a parking garage.
You see the access here?
The garage at the bottom. This is the stairwell right here at the lower right.
You can see this is a 4-story parking garage. This will be the 5th story. So we have 5 parking garages, Governor, in our project. All 5, our goal is for this.
Where is that picture taken?
That is Victoria. Where is it?
It's from one of the
Chicago.
projects. Yeah.
Chicago.
summer.
The next series of pictures are pretty neat because what you're going to see is what it looks like today and then what it will eventually look like after the project's completed.
This is the Independence Lane with the police station, City Hall's in the background. We internally create this environment where this is the pedestrian-friendly core and retail on the first floor and then office and residential on the floors 2 through 7. This is 1792. We buried the power lines and make it pretty. This right here starts, this is all green roof right here. It's almost a 600 feet of green roof, linear feet. This is Maitland Avenue. Looking east, there's Horatio. Horatio gets a road diet. Pedestrian friendly, just 2 lanes with parallel parking.
As we go through the pictures, you'll see a series of 1, 3, 5, and 7-story buildings. So it's really a mix. One of the most interesting parts of our discussions over time was how the project really evolved through many different discussions with the residents of the community. But that's a direct result of that.
Yeah, this is, we're standing on City Hall property right here, looking across the street on Horatio, which is ruled by the automobile now, but won't be shortly, and then it gets a road diet, and there's the new City Hall.
That's City Hall.
Wow. Good.
All right. As we were preparing for this talk for you this morning, we were discussing amongst ourselves, what really are our keys to success of this thing? Because we signed the development agreement, or I signed the development agreement around September 25th. And what many people don't realize is how many other things need to happen in order for a project of this magnitude to be successful over time. There are probably hundreds of different things that need to happen before the project is actually completed. The community redevelopment area, the area that I previously talked about, is critical to the success because what this does is it provides that catalyst for other properties throughout our downtown to develop.
100% yet, but it just gives you an idea of where we are. This is about where we're sitting right now. And we'll be turning here on Horatio. It's 3 stories, stepped back. Again, the parking garages are internal to the buildings with the green roofs on top of every building, including every 3-story building. This is Maitland Avenue going east on Horatio, green roofs on your left, up 3 stories. And parking garage entrances on your left.
Oh, it's right over there.
And then this is the new City Hall, which is right across the street. This is the pedestrian mall, retail on the first floor, offices and multifamily on the higher floors, and running through City Hall. And this is shared pedestrian vehicular access on the 2-lane brick roads with parallel parking on either side, running to the south. And then eventually planning phase.
Joan Randolph, former Kinson City Council member. I've been involved in the process actually from planning and zoning before I was on council. So for 12 years, we are so grateful that we are fully moving forward. I wanted to thank Mr. Reese's efforts too, because he has been very community oriented, working with the community, moving forward. But I do want to make a recognition for some people who are in the audience that if it hadn't been for them, we wouldn't be where we are now, and that's the county commission. Mayor Crowdy and Mr. Councilman Stegall, if they hadn't approved our CRA, which a lot of people kind of forget about, we would not be able to do what we're doing and having those funds to reinvest in our community. So I would like, on behalf of myself and hopefully the rest of the city, to thank their support of what we're trying to do as well.
And in the interest of time, we're going to go on the tour. Let's do it, okay?